Hello everyone, it's Iro Ayamada here. No, it's not my avatar, it's just a placeholder. I'm just gonna use it for this video. So, in this video, I wanted to talk about some things that have been happening just recently. Mostly I'm talking about my absence on Twitch. And this is not a story about babbling. I'm not gonna be crying here emotionally on the floor. I'm just here trying to be honest and talking a little bit about my life and how's life treating me after all. But where should I start? Well, let's start from the absence from Twitch. So I want to start with absence from Twitch because I promised to you guys ever since 2023 started that I will start streaming over again, and because, well, I have to start streaming on 2023 at some point, you know. It never started. It's already April and I haven't done it. Not even a single broadcast. Actually, I lied. Yes, there was maybe 1 or 2, 3 impromptu streams that I actually just ran because there apparently was something going on and I felt like I wanted to stream it. But the scheduled streaming has actually been postponed so long that I'm a little bit worried about myself. Am I still capable of streaming like a normal Twitch streamer and later on the VTuber? Well, I'm a little concerned about my current situation because usually because of my private life and my current phase of life where I actually just broke up before Christmas. I just realized that I'm studying a completely wrong major in college. That's actually kind of fucked up, as considering that I want to become a game development professional. I first thought that I have to apply as an engineer, not bachelor. I mean, bachelor's as a status or a student degree came out as a new degree, you know, since in Finland, in colleges or universities, well, I think they're more like colleges because university would be more about being a total bookworm. In Finnish colleges, let's say that there are bachelors and engineers in IT, and I accidentally applied to engineering. I've already spent approximately 2 years in engineering. First year, I had absolutely horrible mental issues back then. The mental issues is a very extended concept. Like, it could mean basically anything. But in this case, COVID-19 and the online classes were too much for me. At the first glance, it was pretty fun concept, and I kind of enjoyed it. But in 2020, in autumn, when the autumn semester started, back in vocational institution, I think I was completely fine with that. That maybe we're no longer in the classes, and we kind of have to now study and do some workload in our living rooms, in our own rooms, or as a matter of fact, I did most of my work in a shed. You know, it had the electricity and space for 2 monitors. Those were the days. It's already gone. COVID-19 is no longer that critical as it used to be like 3 years ago. I mean, last year we got to the online classes over again, and I was already fed up with online classes. I couldn't take it anymore. So the whole autumn was basically I deliberately failed my first year, my freshman year, and during the 2022 spring, the Ukrainian war. I'm not going to talk about the Ukrainian war specifically because since Finland shares the longest border with Russia, I'm a little concerned about my safety in Finland, and I'm almost 99.9% certain that I'm not able to escape Finland if Russia decides to invade Finland. But let's not talk about that one. That's not the reason why I'm making this video. I don't want to talk about the war of the Ukraine because that's not the main concept. But considering that I'm a little concerned about my safety in Finland, since it shares such a long border, and Finland used to have pretty good relations with Russia, and since now, of course, Finland is joining NATO, I'm a little concerned about my safety even more, affecting my mental health. But let's not talk about that one, alright? Let's move on to the fact that back in 2022 summer, I was unemployed. I wasn't able to get a job for the summer. 2 months I got a massive debt because I wasn't able to pay 2 months rent for my apartment. And the reason was that I wasn't able to get any other benefits for being unemployed or any other benefits, only the household aids. Of course, I could have made basically something I have done before, or maybe most precisely recently. I had a 1 month rent offset, and during the next month I will pay the previous rent, and then because in August I'll get a tax return, I could be able to pay my rent afterwards, and there won't be any more offset in the future, hopefully. But considering that it was some hard time, of course we're actually talking about something that happened like many months ago, but I'm gonna talk about a little bit how delicate my mental health is and how it's affected. Sorry if I'm making this funny, covering my face with my bird wings, is because I'm getting a little sweaty. It's pretty hot in my room, and I'm wearing my VR headset right now, so no wonder it's getting a little hot in here. Back to the topic. Back in 2022 summer, I was unemployed. It was some completely disastrous time. I was super disappointed in myself that I couldn't get myself a job, and I'm a little concerned about myself as an employee or as a future employee. I'm a little concerned about that if I'm ever able to get a job, because currently it's a little impossible. And for such an IT person who actually works mostly on multimedia and gaming, I'm not quite sure if anyone in Finland would employ me for such a profession that actually isn't that niche, niche. What's the correct word for it? Yeah, the correct word for that probably is that multimedia professionals already exist a lot in Finland, even more professional than I am. Let's say I kind of ironically call myself a professional. I'm more an amateur. I know that I kind of wave my pride being a multimedia professional, which is not true. I am far away from professional. I'm more an amateur. However, working in multimedia is something I enjoy because I've been into photo editing since back in junior high, and video editing. I used to make Let's Play videos on one of my old channels like many years ago, like 5, 6, 7, maybe 8 years ago. But that's so much long time ago. But now I'm currently working with Adobe programs, and I kind of want to be a video editor or photo editor, anything like that. Such professionals already exist in Finland, so employing myself in such a profession would be kind of impossible these days, since all the professionals already exists aside me. But let's move back on the topic, or on the timeline. I decided that, okay, maybe if my dreams as a game developer professional requires the engineer degree, I would be totally fine if I started my freshman year over again. I was in contact with my student welfare officer, and he told me that yeah, we can actually make it for you if you're still interested. And he also actually said that I'm glad you have motivation to start your studies over again and keep studying, because because you don't deserve to be left like that into the agony where you actually don't know why the hell your studies basically failed. And of course, it required some paperwork because I spent over 5,000 euros of student loan and the whole 9 months of student aids as well for the first year. And during the 2022 and 2023 spring, I already spent yet the same set of student loan and student aids. So I'm a little concerned that if that's going to be a huge price to pay back to SII when I graduate, or if the college decides to kick me out, which is not so likely to happen because I already applied to the bachelor studies, which is good, yay. But considering that how much I've been through is a lot for me, and my parents and my family are super concerned about me, that how I have gone into such a situation. Well, they're aware that everything's gonna be alright after I told them that I already applied to the bachelor studies, so it shouldn't be that bad. But considering that how much I've been through is a lot. But considering that during the past year, back in 2022 autumn or fall, I'll call it autumn. In autumn, there used to be a lot of things going on. I had plenty of time to live stream on Twitch, and I kind of would have had some time to stream on Twitch as well these days as well. But of course, I spent some time in playing Counter-Strike Global Offensive, which is also something I'm gonna start streaming as soon as I manage to invest myself more time to stream. And of course, before this is supposed to be probably in the end of the video, but I'm gonna say it already right here. I'm not gonna stop live streaming. I might take a little break from Twitch, and I already got 1 subscriber, or 1 month subscriber, and I really owe him a lot. He's gonna get some nice perks on my future Discord server I'm gonna set up in near future. I'm almost complete with that. So, I mean, what the hell? The Discord server is almost complete. Don't worry about it. You guys will be soon able to join in my own community. But that's all about the. Let's move on with the timeline, right? In 2022, October or November, I don't remember precisely. I'm actually now participating in the rehabilitation program because I kind of have to put my life in order because I don't want to be so open about my disability, but I'm gonna say out loud, I have the Asperger's syndrome. And I actually don't know if it comes out as a shock for you guys, but yeah, that's the disability I'm going through. And I know that this is going to be causing a lot of controversy. Some toxic jackass I actually encountered almost every day in CSGO would actually laugh their soul out of their bodies. But I'm now being serious here and totally honest. If you think any autism spectrum disabilities is something you find frowned upon, you can there's a door. You can go and go fuck yourself out. Get the fuck out of here. You have no business to do with me anymore. And that was sweat. Sweat spritz on me. Anyway, because of my disability, I kind of had the struggles with managing time, my finances, and stuff like that. And there we go. Mycket bättre. I'm sorry, I should be saying that in Swedish. Mycket bättre. Anyway, moving on to the topic I was supposed to talk in this video. I know that you might actually ask me, hey, are you indeed 20 years old if you're not able to manage your money or your spendings or time or your nutrition? Yes, I am 20 years old, but with Asperger's syndrome, that's going to be some of the struggles. Not everyone's perfect with Asperger's syndrome, so that's something you just learned today as a new thing. But I'm not going to talk specifically about my Asperger's in this video. And 2023 as a year. Now we're living this year, 2023. In January, I was on a trip to my family, visiting my family in Western Finland. Since I now live in Eastern Finland, I went to visit my family, and I kind of, because if you already didn't notice it some time earlier, that I used to be in Foxy for Sure's Discord server. By the way, guys, you should be probably subscribing to Foxy for Sure. She's just completely cute, little fluffy, furry female fennec fox. She deserves lots of love from you, cutie bees. I used to be a moderator in Foxy for Sure's Discord server. I used to be her live stream moderator, and I'm still a greeter in there. If you decide to join Foxy for Sure server, please feel free to join, and this bird will give a big warm greeting for you, cuties. I'll promise. But considering that I've been there as a greeter for until this day as well, and in the future probably. But I'm gonna talk about the Foxy for Sure's moderation a little bit later. What I've been through recently, of course, was a breakup. At the first glance, I was like, oh no, I'm gonna be a single again. That's gonna suck a lot. Because I mean, of course, you guys probably know Joel the Green-winged Macaw. I'm not gonna talk about his, I'm not gonna talk about why we broke up, because that's something that's none of your business, alright? I'm just gonna say that we broke up and that's it. I'm not quite comfortable sharing about Joel's own issues that kind of brought us in the breakup, and please don't try to ask these things about our breakup from Joel or anyone associated with Joel, because it's none of your business, alright? I know it's a little bit horrible that a macaw couple just broke up, but recently I met a new guy and he lives in Finland, and I think I'm more positive that if I'm meeting some guy in Finland, our relationship is going to be much more successful. Of course, I had some great time with Joe, and he really deserves to be a friend with me, but we're not going to talk about Joe either in this video. I just want to point it out. Anyway, back to the topic again. Regarding to the breakup, that was something at the first glance that was kind of hard to swallow at the first glance, but later on I just got over it. I'm pretty good. I'm kind of do I call myself a stubborn guy? Because usually when it comes to breakup, I mean, when I was a kid and my first breakup was pretty painful because I was cheated on, and that's kind of horrible. Yeah, I admit it. But I'm already 20 years old. If someone cheats on me, that I'm most likely just gonna be like, oh, you cheated on me. Nice. I really hope you had some great time with them. So if you really think that you want to see, I mean, I might actually point out that, like, hey, if you wanted us to see other people, you should have said that, not cheat on me, and you just caused a breakup over again. You're not gonna get me. You don't deserve me, or most likely I don't deserve you because you cheated on me. I don't know if it's called being stubborn or just being just strong by my heart, but of course behind being so strong about such topics such as cheating on me while breaking up is because I've been cheated on. I had multiple failed relationships, so yeah, no more about that. None of less. We're now living the 2023 most precisely in March or April. I already promised that the Discord server for my community would be complete. It's still postponed until near future, and we're living April. I mean, this video was published on April, and about this streaming in 2023, I already just did few impromptu streams, and that's it. Because the reason why I actually postponed a lot about my live streaming, especially scheduled live streaming on Twitch, is because I actually, quite literally, I didn't have energy to do that. Because considering how much I've been through during this year in college, in terms of trying to. If my dreams really needed such a high degree of studies, I would have been totally fine going through the whole engineering studies in college without whining, and I would have been most likely graduating as an engineer. But now, as I realize that it's supposed to be bachelor studies, I kinda feel bad for myself, and I'm actually a little disappointed on myself. Well, I'm no longer stuck in there. I just sent my application to get myself out from the engineer studies, and now I'm just waiting if I manage to just get in there by my certificate because of my high GPA, or kind of mid-tier GPA. And if I actually have to participate in the entry exams, it's going to be much easier. Maybe something I have to study more precisely is the algebra. That's, believe it or not, math is something that is the bird's weaknesses, believe it or not. But now, since I'm being honest here, I kind of want to tell you guys that I'm completely here being honest. Long story short, I kind of haven't been capable for live streaming recently because I haven't been mentally capable of doing live streaming or showing my gameplay for bigger audiences. I was actually more comfortable just playing with my friends, CSGO with my friends, rather than showing it publicly. Same applies to Forza Horizon 4 and other video games. And of course, as a quick PSA, if you guys also feel like you're out of energy, you're feeling mentally, you really feel tired, and you like totally burned, you really aren't able to do stuff, you're not enjoying the stuff you're doing, and do not hesitate to ask for any kind of holiday or any kind of like break from job, school, anything, because you deserve it. If you feel like you're mentally burned and you just need you need some time to get the energy back, you want to sleep a few nights nice and cozy, you really deserve that time. That's your own time, and you really deserve it. If you really have the same thoughts as I do, you really deserve the moment to just sit down and relax. It could last a few days, maybe weeks, in the worst cases maybe months. If so, you deserve it. Everything you do is enough. You are enough, and you are valid. So yeah, here's my little quick PSA and a little bit about telling myself and my current situation, so you guys understand why I've been postponing my scheduled live streaming on Twitch recently. So I'm being totally honest here. I really want to make a video about this. I'm most likely using a bad setup for being in a VR chat and using my ex-boyfriend's placeholder avatar, and I'm not gonna be using this one in my live streams because I'm not able to export this model and maybe retexturize it. I'm not gonna do that because I'm gonna get myself my own avatar. If you guys want to donate in my Ko-Fi, I'm gonna leave the link down below and my link tree as well if you guys want to follow me on other platforms and be more stay more importantly tuned for my future content on Twitter, YouTube, basically my all YouTube channels, my ASMR channel, where I'm gonna post some content in maybe someday. But most precisely, I really want to say out loud that you guys are amazing and you are valid, and I love you guys. You guys really deserve the break if you ever need one, and if you guys have been through same shit as I did, and you guys need a break because you are mentally capable at the time for doing stuff. You really need a break. It could last. You might need a few days, few weeks, maybe a month or two. But hey, do not hesitate to ask about it, because you deserve it. Thank you for watching my video, and stay tuned and stay fluffy and possum.